Most computer speakers are either tiny, tinny plastic boxes or massive setups that demand you sacrifice half your desk space just to house a subwoofer. But then there is this pair from Bose. It is one of those rare setups that manages to look completely unassuming while actually doing some heavy lifting for your ears. The first thing you notice is the footprint. These are tall, slim, and honestly, they look pretty sharp sitting next to a monitor. They do not try to be flashy, which is a nice change of pace. What is really interesting is how they handle the low end. Usually, if you want bass, you need a dedicated box under your desk, but these manage to pull off a surprisingly full sound without one. It is not going to rattle your windows like a dedicated home theater system, but for a desk setup, it is more than enough to make music and movies feel grounded. The secret sauce here is that digital processing tech they use to widen the soundstage. It creates this illusion that the audio is coming from a much larger space than just two speakers sitting a few feet apart. It is one of those things you do not really notice until you switch back to a standard pair of speakers and realize how flat everything suddenly sounds. Now, the real star of the show is that little control pod. It is heavy enough that it stays put when you reach for it, and the tactile feel of the volume ring is just satisfying. It has a nice, smooth resistance to it. Having the headphone jack and an extra input right there on the desk is a massive quality of life upgrade. You stop fumbling around the back of your computer tower every time you want to plug in a pair of cans. That said, it is not a perfect system. If you are a serious audiophile looking for a perfectly flat, clinical sound, you might find the tuning a bit colored. Bose definitely leans into a warmer, more punchy signature, which is great for casual listening, but maybe not for professional mixing. Also, while the cable management is decent, you are still tethered by wires, which feels a bit old school in a world where everything is going wireless. But honestly, for someone who just wants their desk to sound great without the clutter of a subwoofer, or the headache of pairing Bluetooth devices every single morning, this is a solid way to go. It is reliable, it sounds significantly better than anything built into a monitor or a laptop, and it just works. It is one of those pieces of gear that you set up once, and then you just stop thinking about it because it does its job so well. If you have the desk space and want a clean, high-quality audio upgrade, this is definitely worth a look.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.